Okay, remember what I told you. Be your own boss. Love yourself.
Hey winners, and welcome back to the winning team. My name is mhlongaf, and I'm back again with another winning video. If you're new to this channel, hey, welcome. Please make sure that you smash the subscribe button somewhere down below and become a winner. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much, babes, for coming back. So today's video is a highly requested video. I've been receiving DMs on Instagram, emails, and some comments, but I've just been like skeptical about doing the video because at first glance, it's like somebody coming up to you and be like,
how much is your salary? How much are you earning?
and that's like, you in my business like that? Be you in my business? But then I just took a step back and I realized that last year when I was in a similar position, I needed to know how much I was going to make if I choose this journey. Please do make sure that you watch the full video so that you get the full benefits and all the information that you need to know as to how much you really make if you are doing SAICA articles while you are still doing CTA. All the salaries that I'm going to be mentioning are going to be on a gross perspective, and that's because when they give you an offer, they give you based on a gross aspect. But I'll also let you guys know of other payments that you get while you are still in practice and stuff like that, so that you get to make an informed decision. Okay, so first things first, if you do not have CTA, honey, don't aim high. Like, literally, do not aim high. The lowest offer that I have received, that I was offered, was 8,000 rands monthly gross. And the biggest offer that I have received to date was 12,000 rand. But I've also received other offers like 9,000, 10,000, not 11. Yeah. 8, 9, 10, and 12. These are gross amounts, right? Honey, it's going to be quite a bit tricky because if we are on this journey, obviously we're trying to work so that we can be able to finance our studies. But it's very difficult because the amount of money is shockingly small, and we literally have so much fees to pay. For an example, if you're doing your CTA in private institutions like Millpark or AIS, then it will mean a significant portion of your salary would go towards that, and sometimes it becomes slightly impossible. You literally need to get loans. However, if you are attending at Unisa, I believe that it is possible to do so if you do not have quite a lot of responsibilities and things to do, and people to take care of. How the salary goes, this is based on my experience and my experience only. All offers that I have received when I was still looking for a place where I could do my articles. So in terms of remuneration, right, but let me just make a disclaimer. Do not go to a firm because of the remuneration, because you will be shooked. You will be shooked. I think one important thing to do is to also do a background research of the firm that you are choosing, because if you're doing CTA, chances are you're gonna land up in a medium-sized firm or a small firm. It is possible but unlikely to be in the big four. I would say is make sure that you do research about the firm that you're gonna be going to. Do your research and see how people who have worked there before are reacting to it in terms of remuneration, especially if it is your biggest priority. But also, this is also subjective because sometimes it's literally the only offer that you have. But yeah, if you have options, make sure that you search and make sure to make an informed decisions. So why am I rambling? Let's get to the business of the day, honey. Okay, so the lowest offer that I have received was 8,000 rand per month gross. The highest offer that I've received was 12,000 rand per month gross. Coming to the nature of the job, right? With audits, there is overtime, a lot of overtime. So you need to find out whether the firm that you are going to be working with pays for overtime, or they give you leave days instead of paying. So I know some firms actually do pay for overtime, although they are not a lot, but some of them will give you leave days. For an example, if maybe you worked 4 hours worth of overtime, those 4 hours will then be added with other 4 hours of overtime that you've worked before as overtime, and then you will get 1 day off instead of getting an actual payment. So it is also very important to look into that as well, as to whether your firm that you're working for pays for overtime or they give you leave days. Another thing is, sometimes you would be required to audit out of the place that you would normally audit at, or where your offices are based. For an example, if your offices are based in Johannesburg CBD and you are required to audit a company in Mpumalanga, a lot of companies have what we call in tax an incidental allowance. So an incidental allowance is an amount of money that is paid by the company to the employee for every single night that they spend away from home. So for an example, if you are required to be in Mpumalanga for maybe 2 weeks or 2 months for an audit, right? In those nights that you would be there, you would be getting some kind of remuneration. That's also dependent on the company, but usually is over 200 Rand per day that you are away, and that is added to your salary. So how this amount is paid depends on every company. So if you were out of town from the 1st of the month until the 15th and your claims were approved, then you will be able to get your claims at the end of that particular month. Some companies would pay at the end of the project. For an example, if you were away for 2 months for that particular project, they will not pay at the end of the month, at the end of the first month. At the end of the first month, you would get your normal salary. At the end of the second month, you get the normal salary. And at the end of the third month, when the project finishes, then you get the whole amount. Other companies pay biannually, so that's when they only pay in June and in December. So you will work for the whole 6 months and getting paid your normal salary. Then in June, say all the amounts of incidental allowance that you have accumulated to date, and then they give it to you then in June and also in December. Some other companies only pay once a year, and that's when they pay only in December. So they add all the amount. They can literally pay you like more than 50,000 if you've been like out of town for the most part of the year. So they don't pay you throughout the year, but at the end of the year they pay out the money. So it is very important to look at how much that firm is offering in particular, and also being aware on whether the firm that you are in do have clients that are out of town or not, because this amount you only get it if you are auditing. If you are required to spend a night away from your normal place of residence, your home basically. So if your company does not have clients out of town, then you are not going to get that amount. It is not for everyone. So it is very, very important to make sure that you understand the remuneration policy of your company, read your contract thorough with understanding, and also make sure to make an informed decision in terms of. I hope this video was informative. Thank you guys so much. If you have any further questions, please make sure that you comment on the comment section down below. Guys, please I'm not saying stop flooding my DMs, but like if it's just a basic question, just ask on the comment section down below, because then that will give a lot of people a chance of viewing my videos, and that will benefit the channel in itself rather than DMing me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and please make sure to make better and informed decisions. Love you. Bye.